Hello students, I am Santosh Kumar Nema, PGT Computer Science from Kendriya Vidyalaya, Lalitpur. This is the second part of my video on idea of algorithmic efficiency. Let's start this. In the first part, we have learned about the basics of the complexity and how we calculate the complexity. Now we will learn about how we will compute the time complexity in case of various different kind of statements. So here is the case, loops. What is loop? We know the loops are the statements that repeats for n times or for a limited number of times to produce a given result. Now, how to calculate the complexity of loops? The running time of a loop is at most equal to the running time of all the statements inside the loop multiplied by the number of iterations. So if a loop is there and if it has multiple statements inside it, these statements whatever time taking, we will multiply this time by n, as they all will be repeated for n times. So in case of a loop, the complexity of the loop will be n if the loop is running for n time. Here we can see that statement 1 is taking time c0 and statement 2 is taking time c1. These two times are constant times, but will be executing, these two statements will be executing for n times. That's why these two times will be added together and multiplied with n. So the complexity of this loop will be order of n. Now the case if the loops are nested, that means if a loop is inside another loop, then how we will calculate the complexity? So if there is a loop inside the loop, then we can multiply the number of iterations of each loop together. Here these two loops are given. First loop is running for n times and another loop is also running for n times. So total iterations will be n square. These n square iterations for the statement inside the inner loop. Now when we start to calculate the complexity in case of nested loop, what we will do? We will start from the innermost loop. Multiple loops may be nested one after another and again at one more level. तो इस एग्जांपल के हिसाब से हम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी को कैलकुलेट करने की यहाँ कैलकुलेट करेंगे. अभी देखते हैं टोटल टाइम टेकन बाय इनर लूप. Inner loop is running for n times. This is here k equals to k plus 2. One statement is there that will be that is taking c1 constant time, and since this will run for n times, so the complexity of inner loop will be c1n. That means the time taken by inner loop will be c1n. Now time taken by each iteration of the outer loop. When this outer loop will be executed, इसका जो iteration होगा वो कितना time लेगा? तो वो how much time will it occupy? It will take the time for statement 1, that is time c0, and it will take time required to run inner loop. So the equation is c0 plus time taken by the inner loop. This is the time of one iteration of the outer loop, and in this way we will put this c1n here, forming this equation c0 plus c1n. Now this is the time of each iteration of outer loop. The time that is taken by the each iteration of outer loop is c0 plus c1n. Now how much time will be taken entirely by the outer loop? When outer loop will run for n times, how much time will it take? So it will take the time taken by one iteration into n. You can see it here on the second equation. When we expand this equation, it will be c0n plus c1n square. Now we can see there are two terms, and n square term is dominant term, and that's why we can say the complexity of the nested loop is order of n square. Now it's the turn to learn how to calculate the complexity for consecutive statements. Consecutive statements means the simple statements. Those are not compound statements, single statement, one liners. So there are two statements, P and P equals to P into K and K equals to K plus 2. These statements will take time, constant time, and this may be C0 and C1, and complexity of this code will be the sum of the time of both the statements. So this will be order of 1. It will be a constant complexity since no loops are involved. If we put it inside the loop, then if running for n times, the complexity will change to order of n. The statements will be running for n times. So n is the dominant term here. Now let's see how to compute the time complexity in case of if then else statement. In case of if then else statement, worst case running time is considered. We consider the time taken by the test plus time taken by either the then part or the else part, whichever is larger. We know that if statement has two parts. One is executed when the condition is true. This part is called then part. And another part is called else part, and it is executed when the condition is false. Only one of them will be executed. Either then part is executed or the else part is executed. And when we are calculating complexity, what we do? We consider the part that is taking more time. On the example, in the example shown on the screen, you can see the else part is the bigger part since it contains a loop, while the then part contains only one statement that is taking constant time C1. So the part that is taking more time is the else part here, and this part is taking time equal to n. So the complexity will be considered using this part only, and in this case the complexity will be order of n since other constant times will be ignored, and since the loop inside the else part will be running for n times, that's why we have taken it n here as the dominant term, and we have expressed the complexity as order of n. Sometimes there might be logarithm involved in the complexity calculation. जब जो नंबर ऑफ इनपुट्स हैं वो हर स्टेप में कुछ कम होते जाएंगे, आधे हो रहे हैं या और भी किसी और ऑर्डर में कम हो रहे हैं, तो उस केस में लॉगरिथमिक कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी होगी, जैसा कि बाइनरी सर्च में होता है. तो लॉगरिथमिक कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ बाइनरी सर्च विल बी O log n when the time is cut by half every time. Every algorithm can be analyzed on three cases: best case, average case, and worst case. Best case is the case when the algorithm will perform the best, that is when the algorithm will take the least time. Average case when the algorithm will take average time, and the worst case is the case of algorithm when it will take the worst time, that means the most of the time it will take maximum time. So worst case, normally whenever we are studying about complexities in algorithm, हम हमेशा worst case complexity की बात करते हैं जब तक ये specific नहीं दिया गया हो कि we have to calculate for whether for best, average or worst case. If it is not specified, then we will go for worst case only. If it is not specified, so normally all the complexities are expressed in terms of worst case only until it is specified. Now we have to compute the efficiency of linear search algorithm. It is in the syllabus specifically specified. So you know how to search in a list of integers if the values are not ordered, that means the values are unordered. किसी भी order में values arrange की हुई हैं list के अंदर, बड़ी छोटी values हर कहीं भी हैं, और total n items की हमारे पास एक list है. If we have that n item list and we have to search for a specific value, suppose we want to search where whether 3 is inside the list or not. Then what we will do, this is the code defined here. It is a simple function, and I hope you have learned this already in class 11th. There are many statements taking constant times and a loop running maximum for n times. So what we do in this algorithm, we compare the search value with the value already stored in the list one by one. We compare for the first value. If it is not there, then we compare for the second value, then third value, then fourth value, and when we reach to the value we are searching, we end this search. तो एक बार वैल्यू जैसे ही मिल जाती है, वो जो लूप है वो रन होना बंद हो जाता है. बट इफ द वैल्यू इज नॉट इन द लिस्ट और वैल्यू इज एट द एंड ऑफ द लिस्ट, देन लूप रन्स फॉर द एन टाइम्स. तो लूप का जो रन होने का टाइम है वो होगा मैक्सिमम एन, और कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी हम हमेशा बात करते हैं मैक्सिमम टाइम की. तो मैक्सिमम एन टाइम्स दिस लूप विल रन. तो इस केस में हम सारे कांस्टेंट टाइम्स को अगर इग्नोर कर दें तो हमारा जो एल्गोरिथम का कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी है वो होता है ओ एन, ऑर्डर ऑफ एन, एज एन इज द डोमिनेंट टर्म हियर. So this is the complexity of linear search in worst case. Normally we express the complexity in worst case only, but if it is specified that we have to calculate the complexities in worst case, average case and best case, then how we will do this? Let's take this example here. The same example is here. We are searching in the same list in the same manner, but the best case will be when the item is the first item that we are searching for. अगर हमें 5 ही सर्च करना है तो only one comparison will be made. The loop will run only one time. When the loop will run only one time, the complexity will be order of 1. It will be a constant complexity, and this is the best case complexity of linear search. And if the item we are searching is in between the list, somewhere exactly in the middle of the list, so in that case the loop will run for half times, n by 2 times, if the value is in the middle of the list. So in that case the complexity will be half of n, so it is order of n by 2. And in worst case the item either it will not be in the list or it will be at the end of the list. In both the cases, what will happen? The loop will run for the n times, and the loop will run for n times. This is the complexity order of n. So this is the worst case complexity of linear search. So this is all about the algorithmic efficiencies. I hope you have learned well. Thank you.